Okay, I think I'm streaming, and I have my stuff up so we can double check that the audio sounds good. I am surprisingly actually not the first to my stream, so welcome in. How's it going? Uh, welcome in. How's it going? Okay, good. I can hear myself, so that's good. And welcome in, Chan the Magic Man. Welcome in, Gibson Lens. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Hopefully, everybody had a nice weekend. Oh no, I did not update the date. Hold on. Wait, I did update the date. Wait, my go live. Did I hit the button before? I thought I saved it right before. It looks like it's correct in the title. It's just that the Stream Elements go live notification wasn't updated. Hi Chan, how's it going? That's weird. Well, hopefully I got the correct one, which should have today's date. Let me hit done. I see 9/21. So do I. It's just the Stream Elements update was the one that is not correct, which is weird. So, I don't know. Anyway, hopefully everybody is doing well. I need to put on cheating gloves. So, let's go ahead and do that. Making sure all these are on. Chen, thank you so much for opening the trick list and pinning it. Thank you. So I have a bunch of new magic this week to show. Of course, says Chen. Thanks, Chen. All right, cheating gloves. I mean, I think those of you guys who are here, you guys know. For anybody who watches this later, I need tactility on my fingers to cheat with cards. Otherwise, the cheating won't work. I mean, there's a chance it could work, but a lower probability. So I had a crazy week. Way busier than I expected. Mostly good, all good stuff. I basically went out 3 nights this week, or I hung out with people three nights during the week. And then during the day, I don't know if you can tell, I kind of still sound a little sick, and I don't know if I'm actually sick, but seasonally, allergies were super weird this year, and I almost feel like fall hit earlier than usual, and this might be the onset of my fall allergies, which is kind of what I think it is, but I've sounded pretty disgusting since Wednesday. So, yeah, I've sounded like I've been sick since Wednesday, and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to stream like this." And I was thinking about streaming a couple of times during the week, but then I was busy Monday, Tuesday, and then I was busy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, and then I sounded horrible Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and arguably still today. But I hope that people I interacted with did not think that I was contagious with the plague. So, um, all right, let's see. Before anybody gets here, I'm going to click this button for a 1 minute ad. I think people who are subscribed probably won't see anything, but hopefully that will dissipate any sort of need when people hop on. So here we go, clicking the button. Otherwise, those of you who are subbed, we can have private chat time. So, anybody want to chat about anything? Hi everyone. Hi Felden Kane. Welcome in. How's it going? I'm sorry if the timing hit uh, for the ads, but all right. So while we're here, let's go ahead and shout everybody out. Guys, you're not following our friend and mod, Chan the Magic Man. Chan the Magic Man, one of the other magicians on Twitch that has a regular magic schedule, give him a follow and catch him on Mondays for Magic Monday. If you catch him other times, he might be playing retro games, community games, Grand Theft Auto. He might show off his in real life stuff. He might be showing off his music videos. I mean, Chan the Magic Man, multi-talented man named Chan. So there you go. Guys, you're not following our friend and mod Gibson Lens, aka Bert. Acclaimed pianist, composer, composed a bunch of his own originals, released his first album about half a year ago. We can say about half a year ago, right? And so, also, reluctant movie critic. That's what he calls himself. I don't think he's reluctant. I think he has become a movie critic after not being a movie critic. I feel like just the bare minimum is have an opinion about movies makes you a movie critic. So I would say most people are movie critics. There's some people that I know that are really apathetic about movies, but Gibson Lens is not one of them. So anyway, guys, you're not following our friend Felden Kane. Please give Felden Kane a follow. Felden Kane, currently Variety Gamer, and also, are you doing any other streams? Let's see. It says software developer, teacher, gamer, animator, ally, and music enthusiast in no particular order. Oh, okay. Yeah, so variety gamer and relatively new streamer. Felden Kane, I secretly lurked in your stream for probably about, I'm guessing about 8 minutes the other day. So thanks for the shout out. You're welcome. My pleasure. Here to help and support. Like I know everybody who streams works hard. I get it. So I say everybody deserves shout outs. I'm going to be doing a cooking stream by demand. Felden Kane, are you a cook? Because I am also a fan of cooking, and if you are a fan of cooking, we have a cooking kinship. I appreciate every second you gave me. Thank you. You know, I would have liked to give. I would like to give everybody more. I just my life circumstances are weird. I have cooking skill. Excellent, Felden Kane. All right. You know what, Felden Kane? I look forward to seeing a cooking stream, or maybe a cooking VOD if I can't catch it. So I completely understand. Thank you. I know that people don't have to tune in and come hang out and all that because I respect everybody has their own time, their own lives, things that they want to do, and honestly, the fact that people choose to come hang out, I think it's super cool, right? It's like this is a great fun way. Twitch. I'm just talking about like I guess for live streams in general, right? I think it makes a lot of sense. It's like this is a cool way that we can connect. We might not be friends if it was not for the internet, right? And so it's like a really cool way to meet people, to hang out, to get to know people. And so yeah, that's I think that's partially why I still keep doing it, right? Like some people can probably find streaming as work, but if you view work as like if you view hanging out with your online friends as work, then like that's probably not the type of person who would end up streaming and continue to stream regardless of, you know. Dude, every single time in my mind I think thumbs up, thumbs down now. I always visualize this. And I know like Gibson Lens does like the random thumb dance, but like just your animated emote is just so elegant. Okay, all right. So let's warm myself up with a new trick. Um, oh yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa! I appreciate the thank. Oh, I appreciate that. Ah, yes. No problem. I mean, so deep down inside, I am not really subbed to that many Twitch streamers, and I've always thought about like some streamers like I really need a thumbs up, thumbs down emote, and then when Gibson Lens, because I'm a mod for Gibson Lens, and I'm basically just gonna be modded. I'm not modded. I'm gonna be subbed to Gibson Lens because Gibson Lens's emotes. Like I've basically built all of Gibson Lens's emotes into like my Twitch interactions, and I'm like, ooh, I have the perfect Gibson Lens emote for that. And then when you added the thumbs up, thumbs down, I'm like, oh my god, that takes care of thumbs up. So now I'm all set. All right. So win-win, almost like a public service. Yeah, absolutely right. Okay, this is a new trick, and the when I first learned it, I didn't think it was that great, but I don't think we had a great I don't think we had great patter around it. So let me just quickly double check, and this is the kind of trick where I do not want to have the jokers in here because that might actually mess some stuff up. So we're gonna choose not to use the jokers, and then we are going to need the king and queen of hearts. There we go. Okay. So this trick is called the um, the attraction phenomenon. And what better to show the attraction phenomenon than the king and queen of hearts? Alstroart, welcome in. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you had a wonderful week. Now, here's what I want to do with the king and queen of hearts. What we will do is let's lay them down here, and I just need two marker cards to basically show that, and these could be freely selected by the audience, so that we can just have a place to show that the king and queen of hearts actually make it into the middle of the deck. So here we have the ace of spades and the queen of spades. Some people might think that I hide things on the top. Some people think that I might hide things on the bottom, but that's not the case. So there's no king and queen of hearts there. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and cut these two into the middle of the deck, like this. Okay. Now I'm going to take the king and queen of hearts. I'm going to take this one and place it near the top. And I don't know if you can tell, but that's the queen. And then I'm going to place this one near the bottom. And I don't know if you can tell, but that's the king. And all we need to do is give them a few seconds to then be attracted to each other. They're attracting each other from the top of the deck and the bottom of the deck towards the middle of the deck. And now, I don't know if you saw, but they have been attracted. Because now if we go look at our marker cards, which are the ace of spades and the queen of spades, there are two cards in between them. And those two cards are indeed the two cards that are attracted to each other, the king of hearts and the queen of hearts. And that, my friends, is a new trick that I just learned on Thursday. Learned this on Thursday. So there you go. Anyway, how's it going, Alsuart? Hopefully you're doing well. Good to see you. Thank you kindly for the claps. Felden Kane, Alsuart. I'm sorry there was a 30-second ad during that. I didn't realize it was going to hit. I saw that it hit. I just didn't know that. I know I was like, all right, I'm already deep into the trick anyway. If it sounds like I'm still sick, that's actually it. I still feel like I'm a little sick, even though I don't think I'm actually sick. I just have this thing called postnasal drip and allergies and stuff. So, all right, we're gonna do another magician's choice. This is another brand new trick that I learned on Tuesday, either Tuesday or Wednesday. It happens to be called Alien Autopsy. Yeah, a little bit interesting. All right. I like getting the new tricks out of the way early because then A, it shows that I've been doing new stuff. B, there aren't as many people here, so if I mess up, it's not in front of as many people. C, if I'm feeling really ambitious later in the stream, I can just try again. So, yeah, I don't think it benefits anybody for me to do new stuff towards the end. So, all right. So this trick is called Alien Autopsy, and what we have here is we have one, two, three, four corners of planet Earth. And the people or the entities that want to visit planet Earth are aliens. And as you can tell, the aliens start visiting Earth. Because look, here's a gray alien. And then, of course, here is a, I don't know what color that is, maroon purple alien. And then a yellow alien. I feel like that's very clearly yellow. There's no ambiguity there. And then, of course, everybody's favorite color of alien, little green alien. Remember Alien Autopsy documentary from the 90s? I'm going to have to come back to that after this trick. So, but here, I'm just going to go ahead and, okay, so as they're roaming around, sometimes you might not be able to see the aliens roaming around. One, two, three, four. Four corners of planet Earth. However, you know what the Earth decides to do? The Earth has decided to give the aliens the right to come to visit Earth. And so we give them all green immigration cards. So green cards, green immigration cards. See, so now there's one for all of them. We saw four different colored aliens, right? One, two, three, four. Now we can show all four of our alien friends, in this case, the green one, the yellow one, the maroonish purple one, and the gray one, their alien green cards. But if you really think about why Earth has given them green cards, why would we allow them to come to Earth? Well, I don't know if you can tell, but secretly we were going to dissect them the entire time. And so now we have one, two, three, four alien autopsies occurring. And that, my friends, is a brand new trick. I'll even show you the instructions, not all of them, but here's the beginning, and that's the ad. So yeah, this trick is called Alien Autopsy by Jim Pace and Steve Dobson. And yeah, let me justice for the aliens, Alstro Art says. Here, let me just go ahead and show you the. I was going to show you the cards, but it appears as though they're gone. All right, well, there we go. Thank you kindly for the claps. Feldenkane, Alstro Art. Beth kinda sorta says, "How many backs do these cards have?" Beth kinda sorta, "How?" Yeah, so you end up seeing four planet Earths, four alien heads, four U.S. immigration, or sorry. So these actually say U.S. immigration on it, but if you read closely, it's useless Department of Immigration. Oh my God, it focused on it. Why did it focus on this? Because they got, yeah, they're gone because you dissected them. Absolutely. Um, and then for alien autopsy. So that's what you see, whether that's true or not, irrelevant. But I will let you know that minimally, if you think that everything is legit, there are 8 cards. I will tell you that there are fewer than 8 cards, but I won't reveal anything else. So anyway, but yeah, there's a marketed effect. If anybody wants to buy it, you can buy it and then find out the secret yourself. The sleight that you will have to learn, though. All right. So let's go back to what Gibson Lens said. Remember Alien Autopsy documentary from the 90s? I'm not. I'll confess, I was one to watch and listen to a bunch of like the the theory stuff. And even for a little while, I was almost convinced that the moon landing also didn't happen from because of some of those conspiracy theories thing. But I'm like, I didn't really truly understand. Like in the middle of the 90s, I was like 10 years old, so I don't think you can blame me. Also, the speed of information in the 90s was way slower than it is now. Um, I am of the firm belief that we humans have landed on the moon, and so wait, did I say land on Earth? I meant moon landing. Hopefully that was clear. Anyway, hopefully it's clear now. I'm bad at talking today. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I don't remember exactly that documentary, but I'm kind of curious to look it up right now. Hang on. Let me see. The Alien Autopsy documentary. It was film on Fox that got a lot of attention back then. Alien Autopsy Fact or Fiction. It sounds like something I would have potentially watched if I. Oh, with Jonathan Frakes? I definitely watched Jonathan Frakes. Oh no, that's an episode of Fact or Fiction. Alien Autopsy the movie. Oh, is it the one from 2006 maybe? Oh no, Alien Autopsy film from 1995. Oh, it is Fact or Fiction. E-Room. Thank you for the bang. It was the one with Jonathan Frakes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I must have seen that because back then I was a fan of Fact or Fiction. Um, welcome in E-Room. How's it going? How are you doing today? Guys, you're not following our friend E-Room. Please give E-Room a follow. E-Room, known as the Pope of Indiana, also streams a variety of different things, such as maybe in real life stuff, maybe community games, maybe opening things up for Kinder eggs to collect Lego chess pieces. Sorry, that's like the one thing I remember because I happened to tune in and I'm like, oh my god, that's chess! Like I can't forget that. But anyway, hopefully you're doing well at your room. Welcome in. Lego. That's right. But yeah, so all right, full disclosure, Gibson Lens. I don't remember exactly what it was about, but I total Charlie's Beats. Welcome in, Charlie's Beats, and also hello. How's it going? Thank you so much for the resub for 30 freaking months, Charlie's Beats. Oh my God, Charlie. Thank you so much for the resub. And Eroom says working on a chess set now. Awesome. Lol. Sweet. Oh yeah. Also, I am gonna feel left out if I also don't do the eyes. So let's go ahead and pull out the cards for the eyes. Guys, if anybody has ever wanted custom magic tricks, I know that I've themed so many in chat just for Charlie because Charlie requests a trick and is just gives me ideas randomly, and so therefore I've done so many tricks for Charlie because Charlie's name is on the Ace of Spades, and there's a lot of tricks with Ace of Spades. So, all right, let's make sure that I can do this trick right now. All right, here we go. All right, guys, here it is. Gibson eyes. Gibson sus eyes. But then if I'm no longer sus, if I'm not sus anymore, Gibson eyes. Wow, I almost felt like I was not going to do these well today, and I think so far they have all probably looked pretty good, I'm guessing. So, yes. But anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for the resub, Charlie's Beats. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, and so, therefore, oh, wait, we do need to then show, hold on, wait. Gibson eyes. Charlie's Beats. There we go. Charlie's Beats signed Ace of Spades. Oh, not that's upside down. There you go. So there we go. Oh, and then while we're here, also, guys, don't forget to follow our friend Charlie's Beats. Gamer, musician, Twitch, famous Twitch chatter. I don't know how else to describe Charlie. Sometimes gamer. I guess sometimes gamer is also accurate, right? I was actually wondering lately, do I play more games or watch more games? I'm tempted to say I watch more games. I've recently got started getting back into watching something I used to love watching, and I don't really like watching sports ball, but I used to watch StarCraft replays with commentary, and I was like, this is the most awesome thing. Like, you also says boss words on stream player. Oh my god, yeah. So every single time I'm in a stream and somebody has words on stream, if Charlie is there, Charlie is like pulling the points. Like Charlie sometimes gets like the longest word most of the time, as far as I could tell, and then definitely picks out like a lot of the big words. So yeah, Charlie's Beats gets points on words on stream. If you play words on stream on your stream, I mean, let us know to shout you out so that Charlie's Beats knows that you play words on stream. Felden Kane says, I still watch StarCraft every once in a while. Felden Kane, that's awesome. So I started watching more again like a week ago, and I'm like, oh, this is so good. Why did I stop watching? I know why I stopped watching. It's because it took up a lot of time. But Charlie Speed says Gibson Lens is better. So Gibson Lens might be better on any given play, like in a game, but I think Charlie, you're more consistent across many more games of Words on Stream. Like unless Gibson Lens goes into other streams that are more Words on Stream that I don't hop into, I see you playing Words on Stream on a lot of other people's streams way more randomly. That being said, I mean, regardless of better or not, like you can only get like a word every few seconds before you get unlocked again, right? So I mean, at that point, you could basically be equivalent to like good players. But anyway, thank you for the resub, Charlie's Beach. You know what? We should do a trick for Charlie now. So, um, let's see here. Oh, we just finished doing two brand new tricks, but you know what? I think we should do. Actually, we can do one of them for Charlie here. Oh, hold on. Did I put the jokers back? Oh, yeah, here's the jokers. Okay. You know what? We'll use the jokers, and we'll surround Charlie's beats. Let's see who's in chat right now. Well, I've seen. Well, first of all, we had Gibson Lens called out, so let's go ahead and find the Ace of Hearts, and then E-Room. I've seen E-Room host Words on Stream, and Charlie's in there sometimes playing. Words on Stream themed trick. Oh, you know what? That would be great. I don't think this is going to be words on theme streamed. This is going to be more or less like you guys themed, and we can add some words on stream relation. So anyway, let's pretend Charlie's Beats, Gibson Lens, and E-Room are all in, let's say E-Room stream playing words on stream, right? Uh, and so, but the thing is, oftentimes you don't necessarily know who played a specific word, and so we're gonna have these guys playing words on stream, and we don't see what word they play, right? Now, this is like the words on stream timer. So these guys, and they are going to be. We're going to go ahead and place them into the middle, and this is where if you see that bar that travels across the bottom before it hits the lock, and so before it hits the lock, you know, at the end, like before it hits the end of the level, it says syncing up final hits. So here's one hit from Charlie's Beats. Here's one hit from E Room. They're kind of far apart because geographically we could be far apart. Here's one hit from E Room. I got to put it in a weird place because, you know, Indiana. And so all of those hits go to the Words on Stream server. However, by the end of the trick, sorry, by the end of the game, all of those hits get synced, right? And so here we do end up seeing that once the timer hits, because look, here's the two jokers, that everybody's word counted if it was a word that wasn't already found and didn't use like the fake letter or whatever. From Gibson Lens, E Room, and Charlie's Beats. There we go. And they're all signed, so I mean, there's if you didn't believe me, they're signed. If anybody wants to sign a card, we have, I think, about 15-ish cards left in this deck to sign, so let me know. Taking a quick ad break. Man, my timing on these are not good today. Thank you kindly for the claps. E-Room, Feldenkane. I'm trying my hardest not to cough into the microphone. So I do not want anybody to be turned off from disgusting coughing noises. If you are turned off by my content and personality, I guess I can't fix that. So, but at this point, I mean, look, I don't know if that would be a me problem. That would be a you problem, right? Because you have tuned into my stream, and like this is how this is how I am most streams. Like, anyway, I'm not blaming anybody. Please don't leave. I love you all, platonically. Maybe except for Charlie's Beats. No, I'm just kidding. I know that Charlie's Beats heard that joke, or at least would have had the opportunity to hear that joke because Charlie's Beats is subbed. uh, thank you, thank you kindly for the claps. E Room Feldenkane, and thank you kindly for the and Charlie's Beats, and thank you kindly for the yeah love too. Hey, Feldenkane. You know what? We should probably do a love trick, huh? It's not like oh, I probably should have put in. We're getting very close to Magic Stream 169. I think we're at 160 maybe. Hold on, let me double check right now. All right, today's stream is Magic Stream 160. So yeah, in 9 more streams. I was also thinking if I if I could have more streams this week, I might make them all Magic streams because it would be a great way to close out September. And then also in October, it's Happy National Magic Month. I mean, aside from like trick or treat at the end of the month for the kids, I don't have as many treats to give as I do tricks. So, so we'll see. Um, oh, I should probably also figure out how to run a promotion. How does one run a sub promo? I remember seeing those, and then I was like, I don't know how to do that. Uh, all right, I'll have to figure that out later. Oh wait, subscriptions. It's somewhere. Bonus subscriber benefits. Nope, that's not it. Subscription discount promotion. Here we go. Um, 70 hours remaining. Okay. Promotion duration. All right. I normally stream for what? A couple hours. Let's make it this many hours. I'm sorry to do this after after Charlie subbed. My mistake. If you want Charlie, I'll next time you tell me and I will do the discount and then I'll let you resub. So you let me know. Let's see. You're about to start 3 hour. Once started, promos can't be stopped. After starting, you will have remaining 6 promos, 67 hours of promo. Oh, oh, I see. I should probably use more. Well, that won't really make sense. You know what? I will save it. I will save it. Oh, expires December 31st. September, October, November, December. I guess there's 4 months. I guess I can use them 2 per month. All right. All right. Next time. Next time. If somebody wants to resub, you let me know. I'll enact one of those. Then we can go ham. All right. So, the trick queue is open if anybody would like to request any magic. I didn't have too much of a plan. I already showed off all my new tricks, and then we just did a custom trick for. Oh, well, I originally wanted to do it for Charlie's Beats, but it ended up being Charlie's Beats and E-Room and Gibson Lens playing Words on Stream theme trick. Let me see here. I do. Okay, so I've been very neglectant with my boss tricks. So let me let me see what they are, and maybe I will forcibly make myself do them. Oh yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, we're a little backed up with boss tricks. So let's go ahead and full disclosure, I've not practiced any of these. So let's hope I remember how to do them. It's somewhere. Charlie's Beat said, "Did I miss an earth, wind, and fire themed trick?" Um, I did mention that there were earths, and it's technically not themed as earth, wind, and fire. However, I could make it themed earth, wind, and fire. All right, okay. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do that first. We're not gonna do my choice. We're gonna do. I mean, it's magician's choice, but it's going to be, guys. It's going to be alien autopsy, but themed as Earth, Wind, and Fire. Okay, all right. Hold on. This can work. This can work. Let's see here. Wait. How many members are there in the band in Earth, Wind, and Fire? Is there only 3? It would be better if there was 4. Earth, Wind, and Fire band. All right, hang on. Okay. Uh, let's see. Past members. Nope, that's not. I need like modern. Nope, there's too many. There's too many members. There are way too many band members. Yes, there are. All right. Well, I guess we can just pick and choose, right? Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. Let's just go ahead and wing it. All right, Charlie. This this trick's for you. So first of all, here we have Earth, 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 and Earth. All right, that was a little bit less smooth than I wanted, so maybe we should just do that again. So we have Earth, 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 and Earth. There we go. So we have Earth. And as the Earth moves around the solar wind, eventually it becomes September at one point around the sun, and everybody decides to party. So they're singing, Badaya, Say that you remember, Badaya. And you know what? That draws a bunch of alien visitors. Because look, here, look, the music was so hoppin' that it drew a gray alien. And then, of course, they ask, "Do you remember?" And they found another. In this case, I never know what color this is, like a maroonish purple alien. But this maroonish purple alien heard the songs and was like, "Okay." Now they decide to play "Let's Groove," and that is gonna pull the funky colored aliens. In this case, the yellow alien. And of course, that funky sound of "Let's Groove," "Let's Groove Tonight," um, is also going to pull the green alien. Now, of course, um, the solar winds will continue to push the Earth through around the sun as they're partying. So, one, two, three, four corners of the Earth. But the aliens wanted to go to the next Earth, Wind, and Fire concert. However, they did not have their VIP tickets. And so, specifically, the many members of Earth, Wind, and Fire decided to give them special passes. They even dressed them up as green immigration cards. And so, here are their backstage passes for all four of them. One, two, three, four. So that they could go to the concert. Now, the unfortunate part of the Earth rotating, the solar winds having pushing the Earth around the sun. Uh, well, at this point, they do get to attend the concert, and so here we'll see that the green alien, the yellow alien, the I don't know, maroonish purple alien, they're all dance oomps oomps oomps. I mean, this is not the music, of course, because I mean, it's September, Let's Groove, those kinds of songs. But anyway, however, the United States government gets wind of this concert and that there's aliens, and the unfortunate part is that they bring the fire. They bring the fire to the aliens, and the aliens are trying to run through um, the crowd to try and escape because it almost becomes like a mosh pit, right? However, the United States government ends up catching them in the end, and actually they decide to capture them and dissect them. All one, two, three, four of them, and that is the unfortunate tale of the four aliens who just wanted to party with Earth, Wind, and Fire. And honestly, everything was going great until they were caught and dissected. I'm sorry, there's just no happy way to end that to end that trick. But that, my friends, is that was probably a lot better than the original presentation. So this trick pamphlet tells you how to do the trick on this side. And then on this side it gives you a presentation. And even I had to divert from this presentation when I did it. So I thought mine was better. But you know what, Charlie? I think this trick, yeah, this trick with Earth, Wind, and Fire aliens, way better. Way better than all of the other versions. So, but yeah, I was thinking, so this would be Earth. I was trying to use the solar wind as the wind, and then I think the autopsy is probably the fire. That's as gruesome as it gets, I guess. Sorry, aliens. Thank you kindly for the claps. E-Room, Charlie's Beats. Thank you kindly for the dance, Charlie's Beats, Felon Kane. Thanks for the Pog, Charlie's Beats. And the alien E-room's got alien. Nice. And then Charlie's Beat says nice. So there we go. That is Earth, Wind, and Fire. Earth, Wind, and Fire aliens, I guess. That's. It's also because Charlie's Beats also got the Heat Man, fire. Oh, and then E-room's got Earth, and then something in fire. What is that one? Is that wind or is that like breath? That's a nice way to describe that E-room. Let's see here. I just realized I minimized everything, and I wanted to keep my trick list up. Okay. So I went to a 4-year-old birthday party today. I mean, not by myself. I mean, I brought my family along with my 4-year-old, which makes way more sense. Um, but in an alternate universe, I might have done a magic gig in the afternoon, so I wouldn't have been able to attend this 4-year-old birthday party. But I signed up for a gig salad account, and I heard about a birthday party for 4 people, and they were like, "We're looking to hire a magician," and I was like, "Ooh, that's awesome!" So I sent a quote, and they did not accept the quote. I asked a follow-up question later, and it's like, "Oh, were you just checking quotes and availability, or here did?" Because I told them, I'd still like to do this if you guys were interested, and it might have been I don't know if I was charging too much, but I basically put the rate that it was like the lowest that I would normally go, I think. So, and they didn't respond, so I was like, okay, I guess they didn't want to hire a magician that badly. But it sounded like it would have been cool because it was just 4 adults and a birthday party, and I'm like, all right, that's like a small group. I could basically do what I did on stream, probably just faster. You just pile on the tricks. But I could theme all the tricks for the birthday person. So yeah. Now the other quote that I sent out is for another birthday party, but it's themed a very specific thing, and it's actually going on not next week, but the week after, I think. I don't think there's any hope of getting that one because I'd have to drive pretty far, and I had to quote them high because I'm like, well, if I'm making a really long trip, it's got to be worth it. So it's not like insanely long, but it's like at the very edges, fringes of how much what I would the fringes of like what where I would drive basically in for a real life gig. So anyway, there we go. Alternate universe. Could have done a gig today, but it's all right. No worries. I still need to get a good gig because I don't have any feedback on my gig salad, and that will probably make me look better to potential clients. Anyway, I am preparing for the next trick, but I just saw that we're taking a quick ad break, so this is perfect for preparing for the trick. And also will help because I've forgotten a little bit about how to prepare the trick. All right, there you go. I think we're good now. All right, I'll wait for the ad break to potentially clear. In the meantime, let me see here. Let me. Oh, yeah, let's do the boss. We're encountering a boss. We have found a boss trick. I mean, I found the boss trick. Oh, this is probably a good time also to bring up if you've been sitting around for a while and you've not hydrated, please feel free to hydrate. I'm having, against my better judgment, Earl Grey tea. So this is caffeinated tea. It's only the second cup, second and a half cup, let's say. So it is a little diluted, but not as diluted as I'm willing to go as far as like late night tea is concerned. Whoa, Feldon Kane, does that mean you are back from the ad break? Please tell me that's what it means. Also, funny you did that because today I wore my Star Trek shirt to the 4-year-old birthday party. So, you are excellent. Oh, wait. Should I, hold on, should I actually be showing a trick for that beaming? Hold on. Let me see. Does this work? Okay, all right. Ready? Hoo, hoo-ah! Nope, did not work. I'm very bad at that. Okay, hopefully everybody else was still in the ad break and didn't see anything. But in the meantime, oh yeah, live long and prosper. There we go. E-room says, lol. All right. Hold on. Let me see if I can even get that. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. That was not perfect. That was not good, but that's kind of like supposed to be what it looks like. But better. But better. Okay. Here we go. Thank you kind of for the claps, E-room. I have 4 cards here. However, we don't have to count every single card in this packet because if we look at any card in the packet, it's going to show us the number of cards that is in the packet. And I know that's really hard to understand, but here, let me just go ahead and so here's the 4s. Actually, so let me just go ahead and leave this 4 here. So now there should be 3 cards in this pack, and if we look at any of the cards, that one says 3, this one says 3, and then this one says 3. But if we remove this one from the packet, there's now 2 cards here, and we just look at any of the cards in the 2 card packet, and they say 2 on them. But now if I remove one of the 2s, and there's only 1 card left, well, the number that corresponds to 1 is the ace, and we don't really need to count it because we can just look and it says the ace on it. And that, my friends, is the countdown packet. And I would say, I think that was a successful trick. I hope. I don't think I messed that one up. That one looked okay. That one felt okay. That one felt good, guys. That trick felt good. That trick made me feel good. So let's see. We beat that boss. Oh man, 105 boss tricks defeated. That's a lot of tricks that I've had to improve. Thank you, Kelly, for the claps. E-Room, Feldenkane. Nice one, says E-Room. Thanks. Yeah, it's kind of a cool premise too, right? Because it's like, oh, let's not count the cards in this packet. Let's just look at any card and they all have the number that's supposed to be there. And it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then at the very end, it's like, there's no way. Where the heck did all those cards go? Or did they just change, right? I'll let you know that if you had a digital card whose face that you can just change on command, that makes it way easier. Not saying that that's how this is done, but you could do it that way. It could be done that way. And that would just be technology, but any technology that is sufficiently advanced is indistinguishable from magic. All right, let's look at my spreadsheet, see what another boss trick is. Oh, you know what? Let me strike through this trick. All right, next one. Okay, let's do this one. Let's see. So Wednesday night, earlier this week, I hung out with my board game buddies for the first time in like months. Miss hanging out with them, but the timing of their schedule is rough for me, and it usually conflicts with many other things for me to do. So I'm usually caught between like being a dad and then like doing something else in addition versus I'd have to sacrifice those two things to then go play board games, which, you know, when it's planned, it's nice. But at the moment, because I'm unemployed, I kind of feel guilty if I was to do it because my wife wants me to do more around the house. So that's why I did demolition in the house a couple weeks ago. Like, first time doing demo in my house. That was cool. I probably used my hammer more in like a few days than I would typically in like, I mean, not a year, but maybe like 6 months. Okay. But yeah, I hung out with a couple of people earlier today. They bought their first house, and it's kind of still a rough job market, or not job market, it's a rough housing market around here. So it's like awesome, great that they were able to get their house. Okay, let's see. There we go. Let's do this. I'm okay. I just sound sick all the time. Okay, so this trick is Mike. I don't know how to pronounce it. Mike Elevator. Mike Elevator. Michael Evader. I don't. I don't know how to pronounce it. I just do the trick. All right, so we have four kings and then three like black spot cards. And here's what we are going to do. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to lay down all of the kings down here. And we will have all of the other cards, black spot cards here. Now, I used to theme this trick as like a zombie apocalypse. And so each one of these kings are in their own apartment building. And the zombies end up descending upon each king. So the zombies are now in this apartment building trying to capture the king. However, the safest place from an invading zombie horde in an apartment building is the tippy top. And so the first king will find a way to get up to the tippy top. In that case, that's the king of diamonds of the apartment building. So now the zombies are like, all right, well, let's go ahead and try and get to the next apartment building. And so here they descend on the second apartment building, and now they're trying to get the second king. However, that king, also resourceful, also understands that the tippy top is the safest place in an apartment building from a zombie apocalypse. And so he too, in this case, the king of spades, is going to get up to the top. And then now the zombies, these aren't like rabid zombies. These are like zombies that think. So they're like, ooh, let's try and surround. Let's go ahead and surround this king right here. And that king is also going to be able to get onto the top of the apartment building because that king is the king of hearts. And now finally, zombies completely discouraged. They just default to what they know best. They're going to descend upon the last king in the final apartment building. Now, what they didn't know was that this king is a helicopter pilot and has his own helicopter at the top of this building. And this king then flies his helicopter over all of the other buildings to then pick up each and every one of the kings. And that leaves all of the zombies in the dust. And that, my friends, I will call a successful performance of Mike Elevator, or however you pronounce it. Just in time, I needed to practice that one because Halloween is coming up. So I'm like, I can spruce that one up for Halloween. So I think that's probably a good one. Oh, yeah, and also, sorry, we found a boss. And then I think I'll say I beat the boss. We beat that boss. There we go. Thank you kindly for the claps. Felden Kane, E-Room. All right. I'm basically doing a boss rush today. We just did 2 boss tricks in a row. And now this last one, I just I just cracked my neck. I don't know if you saw that on stream. I just did this and then went that felt very liberating, although I'm sure if you were here it would have sounded very disgusting. I'm okay, if you couldn't tell, but this goes along with my advice to remember to stretch. So I was not good at stretching this week, so I do need to be better about it compared to other weeks. I was worse this week. All right, okay. Let me go ahead and get ready for the impulse card trick. This one, out of the last 2 or 3, this one is probably the most difficult out of the 3. Please hold while I connect you to an. When I was younger, people used to say I have that radio voice, and I never took them up on it, but I don't know how much money there is in radio now, so I might have a better shot at like doing like some voice acting. But I'm not like consistent enough, I think, to do voice acting. But wait. Maybe I could just do like one impression, like I'm Batman, right? Like that's that's the quintessential impression to do. All right, let's see here. Okay, I just have to remember how to set this trick up. That's all. Okay, I think we are now set up. Okay. Beth kind of sort of says, "Nah, from what I hear, you got to be versatile if you want to voice act." All right. I guess that throws all my dreams or lack thereof of becoming a voice actor. I feel like if I haven't pursued it at this point, I'm not really the the voice acting type. I think I'm also not the acting type in general. I kind of give like a little acting performance sometimes when I am doing these magic tricks, but for the most part, I kind of still default back to me right after. So I probably couldn't keep it up. I could never do method acting because that's probably too extreme for me. Chris M. Yee says, it's definitely not easy to break into voice acting. Also, hi. Welcome in, Chris. How's it going? Don't destroy your dream though. Just be prepared. I mean, my dream now is to is financial independence, retire early, so that I can basically just do this and not have to worry about my life. Um, I am making lots of content for my YouTube though. By the way, guys, if you're not following our friend Chris ME, please give Chris ME a follow. Chris ME is a variety gamer, plays a bunch of different video games, also streams the Clip ME show where he showcases the best clips across the Twitchiverse. And also, Chris has a YouTube channel called Everyday Magic, and it features the magic of Disney, so it's not this kind of performance magic. But yeah, definitely check Chris ME out. Also, Chris ME, the signer of the Two of Spades in the current Twitch deck. Actually, I think it was this one and the last Twitch deck too. So if anybody had any doubt, you should know what Chris ME's favorite card is. But shh, that's just a secret between you and me and everybody who is currently subbed because you're not interrupted by this ad break. Which I will pause and not do the trick yet because we're during in an ad break. So, but anyway, hopefully everybody is doing well. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. So we're trying to encourage one of my other friends to get a gig salad as well, so that he can potentially get gigs and leads. He's wanted to do it more than I have, and I've just been doing it because I'm like, or trying to do it because I'm like, it'd be nice to get some extra money while I'm currently unemployed and looking for work. So, Felden Kane says, I'm back already. Felden Kane! That was lightning fast. Have you been advertised as much as you could have been advertised to, Felden Kane? Is that perhaps why you were back so early? I do notice sometimes if I've been on Twitch for a while and then everybody's like, ad break, and then like I don't see one. It might be because you've reached some weird quota or something. But I think Lord Bezos knows enough is enough sometimes. If Lord Bezos had any say, I think there might be more ads. It's probably my guess. Praise be unto the Bezosinator. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what Twitch would be like today if Amazon did not purchase them. In some respects, I almost feel like it could be better, like for the creators, like content wise, and like fewer ads, that kind of thing. But I almost think that there would be maybe a lot less quality content because the ad revenue wouldn't be there to support the other forms of revenue to support creators isn't might not be there as much. So I don't know. It's kind of a mixed bag. You're probably right. Praise the Lord, Bezos. All right. Okay. I'm gonna hope that everybody is back at this point, and we are going to go ahead and I'm back, says Chan. Welcome back, Chan. Hopefully you had a wonderful away time. I don't know what you did, but hopefully you it was good and productive. So, let's see. Here we go. We have the aces over here, the kings over here, and let me just go ahead and introduce you to all of the kings. Now, here we have the king of clubs, and I just realized that. Well, okay, that's okay. That's okay. No, 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 wait. No, this. I thought I had this trick all figured out, and then I was like, wait a second. Hold on. I I think I messed something up. No, I did mess something up. Oh, okay, okay. Hold on, hold on. I'm trying to fix this on the fly. Oh, okay. All right. We're gonna do it the other way. We have to do it this way now. We have to do it this way now. All right. I guess this is still gonna be a boss trick. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So, all right. Once again, aces and kings. I'm going to go ahead and turn the aces face down. But I want to introduce you to all of the kings. And so here we have the king of diamonds. And then here we have the king of clubs. You know what? Sorry to start this over. But have I already messed this up? I think I messed this up, right? I already messed this up. I think I did. Yeah, this, okay. I guess this one is staying on the boss trick. I could not defeat the boss this time. I'm actually trying to remember how to do this trick the correct way, and it is all right. Okay, now okay. This time we're just gonna have to commit. All right. So here we go. Turning these face down. Okay. Gonna introduce you to the kings. So here, king of diamonds. Um, king of clubs. I might not be prepared to do this trick. Hold on. Guys, guys, I've forgotten how to do this trick. I might have to read my notes, like, as I'm doing this. Boom, 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 sus. Yep, for sure. Boom. Yeah. All right. All right. Who requested this trick? Oh, it was me. I only did this to myself, guys. I did this to myself. Okay. You know, I guess I couldn't defeat all of the boss tricks in one go, so here's what I need to do. Uh, okay. All right. Hmm. Hmm. Herm. I'm recollecting. Okay, it's not going to look good later, I think. All right. We're well past that at this point. Boom. 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 Huh. I'm going to have to review this trick. Sorry, guys. Still a boss trick. Ugh. All right. Extra homework. Because actually, I think my notes are actually messed up for this too. Actually, is there anything else in the queue? Yeah, there is. Okay, let's go ahead and do the thing in the queue. Maybe we can revisit this later, but I don't want to hold up the requests or anything. Okay, let's see here. Let's move that trick. All right, so next up we have Invisible Hands, requested by Charlie's Beats, which is funny because we are going to be using kings for this, and I'm having trouble with kings. So Okay. All right. So here we've got the four kings: king of clubs, the king of diamonds, the king of spades, and the king of hearts. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Beth says, "You shall be spared when Elon Atomo army attacks." Praise Lord Bezos. Oh, for that I'm grateful, says Veldon Kane. That's funny. All right, so here's what we are going to do. We are going to be moving some cards, but oh wait, this is invisible hands. This is not invisible palm. Yeah, okay. So here we go. Here's what we're gonna do. If I just shake my hands, I can throw a card through the air from one hand to the other. And yeah, there we go. Okay, next up, we're gonna go ahead and throw one card from one hand to the other. I just have to shake them a little bit and look. While I'm shaking, it looks like it melts away from one hand and reappears on the other hand. But actually, what I did was I threw it over. I just made it look cool. Um, so yeah. Let's see here. Anyway, so what we have here is the kings, but I actually forgot. And normally I like to perform a trick with the signed card of the person who requested the trick. In this case, Charlie's Beats, and I know Charlie's Beats signed the Ace of Spades. So instead, I probably shouldn't have used the kings. I probably should have used the aces. And that, my friends, is invisible hands. And here's Charlie's Beats signed Ace of Spades. Okay, well, at least that was okay. Thank you kindly for that request, Charlie's Beats. And let's see. Thank you kindly for the claps, Felden Kane, Charlie's Beats. All right. Okay. All right, let me quickly rehearse this trick over here and see how I do. Okay, yeah, because I feel like it should be like this. And then, oh, no, no, no. Okay. Should be, I feel like it should be like this, 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 and then this. Okay. And then we do this. Then we do this. Sorry, I'm just rehearsing this trick now. Then we do this. Then we do this. And then we reveal this. Then we do this. So basically the beginning is the most difficult part because I remember the rest of this. And then this. And then this. Okay. So yeah, I did mess this up quite a bit. So let's go ahead and, all right, but now that I've run through it, hopefully this makes more sense. Even if I do it well here, I'm going to leave it on the boss trick list. So because I did not do it very well. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. And then here it will be boom, 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 boom. Okay. Okay. All right. We can give this one more try and pray for the best. All right. Look, I'm going to go ahead and turn over all the aces. I'm going to introduce you to all the kings. Here we have the king of diamonds, and then the king of clubs, then the king of spades, and then the king of hearts. Right. Okay, we're just gonna run through it as though you know what, guys? This is gonna be like practice for me. So, okay, look, I'm gonna turn one of these kings face down. See, look. All right. Oh, that doesn't even. Okay. Nope, that's not gonna work. All right, we're gonna have to actually relearn and practice that one, and I'm gonna have to update my notes. So, okay, all right. I'm going to abandon this trick, guys. Man, it's not usually that I have to try this many times. I think it's because I was thrown off a little bit by how I messed up initially and then how I had. Dang, haha. Yeah, I mean, look, it's only one trick. I mean, but I just tried it like 6 times, so it's like, all right. So let's go ahead and I didn't perform it, so we'll take that out. Next up, we have perfect pair as requested by Charlie's Beats. Okay, all right, sounds good. Let's go ahead. You know what? Here's the thing. It shows that A, I'm not AI. If I was AI, I would just execute the trick perfectly every time. Or very poorly every time, I guess, based on current AI models. Oh, which, by the way, I've been experimenting a lot with different AIs. So I've been sending like some of the same good use cases to all of them. I was sending them to ChatGPT, Perplexity. Duncan did it. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Greatly appreciate it. That's what an AI would say. Absolutely. What is it? Where is it? Claude, Copilot, and something else. So, but I had one use case because my mom was like, "Do these have any value?" And like they were some of my brother's old comics, and I'm like, "I think this one has some value," but I wasn't sure. But I'm like, "Wait, let me just send this picture to generative AI and be like, are these comics worth anything?" And it was able to tell me, and I'm like, all right, so this one and this one are probably worth something, and everything else is just, $1 to $3. But yeah, that's what an AI would say. Of course, that's what an AI would say. Okay, all right, so here we have the deck, and I'm going to go ahead and show you that they're all different, and what we're going to do is I'm going to need to make a prediction. So I'm going to go ahead and find a card, and I'm going to make a prediction based on how I think chat is going to react. And I think this is going to be my prediction. So let me go ahead and place my prediction here on the table. And now we're going to need a card selected. So if anybody would like to select a card and you are on desktop, go ahead and click directly on the screen on one of these. And that will be our selection. Now, in order for you to understand the significance of, oh, wonderful, we're taking a quick ad break. All right. Uh, well, while I'm here, I can go ahead and pull out the card that has been selected. So in this case, I believe it's this one. Okay. And in order for us to believe and know that this trick is going to be significant, I need to tell you what a mate is. So for this trick, I did take out the two jokers because a mate is a card in the deck that has the same number and the same color, but it's of the other suit. So just as an example, the 5 of spades, the mate to the 5 of spades would be the other 5 that's black, and it's of the other suit, 5 of clubs. I hope that this is not that, because now that is not going to match my card. However, I'm going to go ahead and take this card and show you that, well, first of all, here's the card that I selected. So the card that I selected was the 7 of spades. Now, in order for the 7 of spades to be the correct mate, the other black 7, so in this case the 7 that is black of the other suit, 7 of clubs, would have to be the card that you selected. I'll put that underneath the heat map there. There you go. What? They're all different. Some of them are signed. It just so happens that these two 7s aren't signed either. That's kind of a weird coincidence. Thank you for clearing that, Chad. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats, Felden Kane, Chan the Magic Man. Thank you guys. Yeah, that's a quick trick. Let's see. I was telling my friend about sandwich tricks. Now, if people don't know what sandwich tricks are basically tricks in which two cards act as bread, and then you stuff a bunch of things into the sandwich. So let's pretend we wanted to make an ace of spades sandwich. We could lose the ace of spades somewhere into the middle of the deck. We can then give it a shuffle. We can give it some cuts. But at the end of the day, we can have the two sandwich pieces of bread given to the spectator. But if we just cut them into the deck and I tell them, hey, go make me an ace of spades sandwich, they will be able to make such a sandwich. Because now if I show you, in between the two black 7s, which are the pieces of bread, there is indeed the correct order, the ace of spades. I just heard a random sound in my house. Hold on, let me go check my kid's video feed to make sure that she's okay. I guess worst case scenario, if that sound was something she just banged into a wall. Nope, does not look like it was her. Alright, I don't know. Hopefully everything's okay. Charlie's Beat says, it's the rats! Dude, do not kid around with rats. So we've had mice sometimes crawling around. A couple of years ago, there was one in the kitchen, and when my wife saw it, she screamed. She would claim that she screamed bloody murder, but it was just a very loud shriek. um, and what I got was one of those humane traps that basically traps it inside. You have to kind of keep on checking up on it to make sure that if it gets caught, that you then release it. And we found the mouse, we caught it, and I brought the mouse to some it's like wood brush in a park that's like nearby, not too close to the house. It was like 2 miles away, but and then we let it go. Luckily, it was like spring, so it was a good time probably for the little mouse. But yeah, let's not then there was this other time, there was this smell coming out of our garage, and it just so happened that a mouse passed away. And where was it living? In the garage wall. Like, I was like, oh God. So, anyway, I'm sorry for all of these stories, these sad stories about mice or rats. Um, you can blame Charlie for the it's the rat statement. You dirty rat, you dirty rat. Do I have a trick about dirty rats? I don't think I have a trick about dirty rats. Uh, let's see. You know what? Sevens are lucky, or they think they're lucky. All right. How about this? This one might be. This one might not be PC nowadays, but we're gonna do the trick anyway. Okay, so all right. Here we have the seven of spades. The seven of spades believes he's suave and can get with the ladies. Here's the four queens, all four ladies. However, let's pretend that the seven of spades is off to the side over here, and the seven of spades wants to approach all four of these ladies. Well, let's pretend that the seven of spades is going to make his way over to the four ladies. But one, two, three, as it turns out, he does make it over there, but the four ladies are not over there with him because the seven of spades is over there and the four ladies are now over here. And that, my friends, is I probably wouldn't present this trick this way anymore. But I think the first time I presented that trick, it was like a peeping Tom. There is a reason why I didn't want to call out names in that one too. So I'm like, I don't want to offend anybody. Let's see here. I do want to get credit for that one. Oh wait, and I did do another one. What was the trick that I just did before that? I don't remember now. That's okay. All right. Let's see here. Does that catch me up with boss tricks? I think all my boss tricks I at least attempted tonight. So, oh yeah, we can knock this one out. That one was done. So yeah, the impulse card trick is probably going to be a boss trick again. Arg. Okay. All right. So this week I spent a lot of time dealing with my future taxes, like for next year, because I think my tax situation is going to be complicated. So I've learned a lot more about taxes than I probably have ever wanted to know in my life. But, you know, sometimes you just got to do it. Ugh, dreading. And then if I actually get a paid gig and I bring in some extra money because I get a paid gig, I'm gonna have to deal with that on my taxes too. So, but anyway, so some news on my YouTube channel. I am literally 3 subscribers away from 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So if you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please, I'm begging you, subscribe to me on my YouTube channel. Um, I just think it'd be a cool milestone, and I'm already thinking I might have like a special trick to do for 2,000 subscribers. So, but I just think it would be a cool milestone that I could say that I've reached and do something with. Um, but I put out a lot of new content on my YouTube channel. eRoom says nice. Thanks. Yeah, so I've been revealing tricks and stuff on my YouTube channel. I've decided to make like one reveal or tutorial public at any given time, and then everything else is a channel members thing on my YouTube channel. So all of my magic trick performances will always be free because like there's no reason to hide them. I'm just trying to keep like the secrets of magic like secret so that other magicians don't get angry at me. I don't know what they would be angry at because I don't feel like I'm revealing for the sake of views or anything. I feel like I'm providing educational material for people who want to perform magic. But yeah, so that's where we're at on that. But so close I can taste it. Can almost taste the 2,000. Sorry about that. Anyway, the queue is empty. If anybody would like to request any tricks, feel free. Oh, I just realized I need to do the coin matrix today because I haven't done it yet. Oh, but Chris has actually gotten the 4 burglars in ahead, and so those fast burglars, they're gonna go ahead and you know what? We should um we should spice this up for Chris MU a little bit. So the question is, how do we spice this up for Chris MU? Okay. All right. I think we're gonna wing it in an interesting way. Okay. All right. Here we go. We've got 4 jacks. Let me introduce you to all 4 jacks, okay? And here's what we're going to do. Here's the jack of diamonds, the jack of clubs, the jack of hearts, and the jack of spades. Now, the jack of spades is going to be the ringleader, and he's going to tell all 3 of the other jacks to go ahead and they're not robbing a bank today. Today they're going to be stealing from Disneyland. And so they break into Disneyland to try and steal all of the money in the uh, safety deposit boxes the of Disneyland. They're going to try and steal all the valuables from all of the lockers of the guests. And they're going to try and take all of the money from the box offices from Disneyland. I know this is a travesty. How dare they? And they cobbled together this plan, and the Jacks are like, okay, we have to try and figure out a way to get everything and not get caught. I mean, I think that's what all, well, I don't want to say that's what all burglars do, because if all burglars did that, then we would just always never get them, right? So, however, they all see that Disneyland security is approaching and coming, and they decide to get back together. Here's the Jack of Spades, the Jack of Clubs, the Jack of Hearts, and the Jack of Diamonds. And as they try to get away, they actually get interrupted because there's actually some people there that are impeding their escape. And you know what? Those people are none other than some recognizable faces. So here, let me show you. Chris M. Yee, one of those recognizable faces, actually ends up helping to impede the escape of the black jacks, and then the two red jacks are impeded by Curviously Jen. There we go. All right, that was not as refined as I would have liked it, but I think considering I winged that on the fly, not bad. So there we go. Chris M. Yee, the four burglars themed as trying to steal things from Disneyland, and you and Jen successfully stopped them from escaping. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you kindly for the claps. E-Room, Feldenkane. Thank you kindly. All right, so I would say I was very close to doing that the way that I wanted. Almost. At the very end. At the very end there. Thank you for clearing that, Chan. And then I'm also going to add the cardless coin matrix because I just like to do it as a combo now. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chris M. Yee, Chan the Magic Man. All right. Where are my coins? Oh my god. Where did I put my coins? I can't. Oh, there. We're taking a quick ad break. All right. I guess let's relax for an ad break. You know what I should do? I should do like 90 seconds on my phone. I mean, I guess at this point. Yay, now I'll know when 90 seconds is up. Okay. I don't know if people go through these lengths for a stream or not. But okay, let's use these coins. Okay, I'm kind of feeling it. I might take a cough drop just so that I'll manage. So yeah, right before stream, I was actually recording another YouTube video. I've been doing them in pairs because there's two formats that I do for magic tricks, and I just record like the same trick twice now, just to keep life simple. I record one version of the performance where I do like my normal speaking thing, and then I record another version where I don't speak and I put it to music. So all the music that I've been using is basically just free YouTube library music, so I don't get DMCA'd or anything, and I can stay monetized. So, all right. Okay, we're almost at, and we're probably at it now because, all right, 90 seconds. We did it. Okay, so, okay, here we go. So I have 4 coins here. These are Kennedy half dollars. I recently found out why sometimes people look through Kennedy half dollars at banks. So they get, $10, $20 worth of Kennedy half dollars. And they're looking for a specific year because there was more silver in those years than other ones. And I didn't know that. But when I was looking for these, when I ended up getting them like before I was regularly doing this trick on stream, there was a bank complaining, oh, because I asked for, do you have half dollars? And they were like, well, yes, you're not going to return them here, are you? And I'm like, no, I want to keep them because I'm a magician, not a coin collector looking for silver. So anyway, so here we go. I'm going to make these coins teleport from corner to corner. It's going to go from here to there. Going once, going twice. Happens pretty quick. Don't blink because it's fast. Goes from here to there. 1, 2. And then here we go. From here, 1, 2. There we go. And that is the basic coin matrix with cards. Now let's go ahead and see if I can do this without cards, which I've been following up basically this all of the time. And so we have all of the coins in all of the corners. Hands are empty. And we're going to go ahead and teleport coins from corner to corner. Same thing over here. Then over here. Then we have 1, 2, 3 over here, 1 over there, and there we go. And then I've been trying to finish up this trick like this lately, and I really like this ending. So we're going to push that up there. We're going to push these down here, and then 1, 2, 3. I gotta summon all the magic, guys. Summoning the magic. Has anybody ever seen Dragon Ball Z? It's like Dragon Ball Z. There we go. Now, my friends, is the cardless coin matrix. So I normally use the slightly smaller coins for this one. Instead of the Kennedy half dollars, I normally use quarters, or like this other one, I think I showed you guys the Rochester 150 year anniversary or whatever. But the slight size difference actually made handling difference. So here's a Kennedy half dollar, which is the one that I used today. Here's the slightly smaller one. It is just barely smaller, but it actually made a difference in terms of how I did things there. So, but you live and you learn. Live and learn. Guess that's why I'm here. Oh, big news! I'm officially going to MagiFest again next year. So in 2026, in January. I registered. I'm getting my badge. Got a hotel room. So if anybody's, well, I know that a lot of people here probably don't go to MagiFest, but just in case anybody who ends up watching this on YouTube, I'm going to be at MagiFest 2026. So, all right, cool. Yes, Dark Mage hype. Wait, let me see if I can match. Hold on, I gotta match. Okay. Oh, I'm watching the wrong one. Hold on, let me see if I can match my emote. There we go. I don't know why I had to grunt for each one of those, so but I did. Perfect, says Felton Kane. You know, doing magic is very strenuous. If you're not grunting, like, at the end of every trick, you're not doing it right. You have to struggle a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean probably a lot. Okay, let's see. Chris M. says, the Serena Williams of magic. Oh, so yeah, back in the are both Serena and Venus retired now? So back in the day when they were like the the champions of women's tennis sisters. Yeah, they were known. I think they were both known, right, to basically grunt every single time they do like a strong swing. I don't know if there's been some science behind it, but like doing extremely loud grunts while doing something strenuous actually helps like the recovery. Venus was less of a grunter. Okay, all right. So Serena was more well known. Hers was a little more high pitched. Okay. In the 90s, it was Monica Seles. Okay, so in the 90s, I was younger and I did not know much about tennis. So I was around for Serena and Venus Williams, but Serena definitely grunted. Okay, all right. Never before have I ever thought that I would say the words Serena definitely grunted, haha. That's, I think Monica's grunt was ahi. Anybody else have any flavorful grunts you want me to read off in chat? I'll do it. I think ahi is pretty high pitched for me. That's not. If you can't tell, my voice is I'm Batman. Like it's that low, right? Oh, I am doing something. So you guys know how people warn you not to like you have to dispose of batteries separately and not in your normal garbage. Well, I am collecting these batteries so that I can properly dispose of them. But in the meantime, I was like, well, what can I do with these batteries? And I was like, you know what? I was thinking about making this a YouTube video, but I have not yet. So I now present to you the cardless coin matrix with disc batteries. FYI, do not do this at home because there's a flammability warning on disc batteries as well, even though there's way less of them in. So anyway, I make my little rectangle, show my hands empty, and then here we go. There you go. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 1. There we go. And then end it the fancy way. By the way, this is the very first time I'm ever doing this with disc batteries. So let's put those over there. And 1, 2. There we go. All 4 over there. Ta-da. That, my friends, was the coin matrix with disc batteries. I would argue maybe never before seen because I don't know anybody who would actually do that with disc batteries against, battery warnings. But I'll say, actually, not difficult to do. Actually, pretty easy. Thank you kindly for the claps, E-Room and Feldenkane. All right. I'm tempted to look up tennis grunts later after stream. All right, I'm thinking about ending stream in a little bit, maybe like 10, 15 minutes. So uh, let's do a last call. If anybody wants to request anything, feel free. Good time. Queue's empty. I also have to figure out which trick I want to do as finale tonight. But let me see here. Which trick haven't I done in a while? I mean, all my finale ones I like doing, so. Hmm. Oh, and Chan has just requested a trick as well. Excellent. Okay, we could do something like this. Actually, I might do a different trick as a finale today. I mean, it's a trick that I like, but not one of my usual finale tricks. I might do illogical conclusion. I think I'm in the mood for that one. Let's see here. Mad Monty says Chan the Magic Man. Beth kind of sort of says, I mean, as long as they aren't leaking, it's probably fine. Oh yeah, the batteries? Yeah, so a couple of things. If there's any sort of battery acid on them, definitely dispose of them right away. That's dangerous. Yeah, if they're not, if they're leaking, get rid of them. And maybe even seal them up. Also, if the batteries are puffing or seemingly expanding, also very bad. That means there's some air, but not it's not regular air. It's like combustible battery air in there. And so that is also dangerous. Do not hold those around your house. Get rid of those as well. Yeah, these ones all happen to look okay um, as I collect them to appropriately dispose of them. I did find a few that were leaking battery acid, which are not in here. I dispose of those. Well, they are currently isolated separately. But yes, that is that is the correct course of action. Thank you, Beth, for reminding us of proper battery safety. Okay, where was I? What was I going to do? How do I want to deal with this here? Hmm. Okay, let's just go ahead and do this. Okay, so this is Mad Monty. So here we've got two cards. I've got the Ace of Diamonds and the Ace of Hearts. And if I put the Ace of Diamonds on the top, if I turn the packet over two times, which card should still be on the top? If you said Ace of Diamonds, you would be correct because there it is. However, now I'm going to do the tricky thing. What if we go ahead and turn it over one, two, three times? Which one would be on the top? Ace of Diamonds or Ace of Hearts? And if you guess either one of those, chances are you have a 50% chance of being correct. However, I just realized that if I was to do this trick and it was requested by Chan, that I should use the Black Queens the because Chan signed the Queen of Clubs. And so let's go ahead and do that because now we have the two Black Queens. Boom, and look at that. And Chan's ready with the Queen of Clubs emote. That's his emote, so there we go. All right, that was a short but sweet one. I remember the first time I showed this particular trick to somebody in public, and it was a bartender at my usual watering hole at the time before it closed during the pandemic. Um, but I was showing the bartender girl at the bar, and she was like, "Oh no, it was this one would be on the top, not that one." And then I showed that the two cards were not at all the same card. She was like, "What? No way! How did you do that?" And then she went and proceeded to tell like the few patrons that were just sitting up front, being like, "Yo, you need to see this guy's tricks." And I was like, "Sweet." So it was a good time. Thank you kindly for the claps. E-Room, Felden Kane. Thank you kindly. And Felden Kane, I have to apologize that I have not physically looked for my Felden Kane magic cards. However, you know what? I feel like I'm in a position to potentially look through a bunch of magic cards right now. Um, so let me just. I used to keep them very organized. So let's see if I can just. Do I have some space? I have a little bit of space. I have very large card boxes filled with magic cards. Here's one of them. And here's another one. This other one should hopefully have my artifacts in it, which is what Felden's Cane, the card, is. Ugh. So hang on. Please. something has fallen, but not that far because it's on the same shelf. Okay, all right. Ugh. I don't take it personally. I mean, I don't think you should take it personally. All right. Well, I was gonna change camera, but I don't think that makes any sense because you can almost see how heaping this is up here. I'm either gonna find all of them or none of them in this box because if I treated Felden's Cane as something different or I was deck building with them all, then they won't be in here. But yo, we're in luck, guys. I have found my Felden's Canes. So now I have my Felden's Canes out. I have found them. We could conceivably do a magic trick with Felden's Cane, the magic card, for Felden Cane, the person who's in chat. Oh my god, look at this. This is it's making my face glow like I have. Let me just show you how heaping these box of cards on my mat look from the other camera view. It is literally taking up all of the room. So all right, hang on. Give me 1 second. I need to put these boxes back because otherwise they're going to be completely in the way. 100%. Well, that was a lot faster than I thought. If I'd known it would be that fast, I should have just done it before. But anyway. Okay. Whew. All right. Unfortunately, some of these are like the worst quality Felden canes. So. All right, and I saw that there was an ad break. All right. Okay. Let me know when back. All right. Felden cane is back. All right, great. Okay. All right, Felden cane. I've found Felden's cane. So guys, this is a Felden's cane magic card. And this is basically the card that Felden, man. I have to say the right one, and there's an S in one of them. But anyway, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Felden's cane cards. Pretty good condition. I mean, if we look at the back, you know what? Hold on. So here, if I show you the backs, here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Those backs mostly look okay. But Felden Cane, did you see the card that did not belong in here? Did you see the card that did not belong? Because I know that you can see that there's 4 Felden Canes here. However, did you see the little gingerbread man? I don't know if you saw the little gingerbread man because you did not. All right. Well, here's the little gingerbread man. And that is the little gingerbread man. Oh yeah, and the back is a regular bicycle card. So there you go. Another sleight of hand. I mean, sleight of gingerbread man, I guess. Boom. But anyway, yeah. So these are legit my Felden's canes. So let's see. These two are older. I think these two are from, was it? So 1995. These are 4th edition, I think. So if you can see the wear and tear. Thank you kindly for the claps, Felden cane. So this one has some wear on the corner and the edge over here. This one looks a little bit better. These ones are slightly newer. These were printed in 97. So whatever that expansion was, I forgot what came out then. So it was Was it 2 years after this one? 95, yeah, 95, 97. So whatever these have better card quality to them. Oh yeah, yeah. These are from, what is that expansion? Antiquities? Is that right? It's from Chronicles, the fifth edition. Oh, never. Okay, yeah, never mind. These are fifth. Okay, so these are fifth edition, and then I don't know what these are because these don't have the expansions, or both. Or oh no no okay, unless this is the Chronicles symbol, in which case these are Chronicles, and then this is fifth edition, which might make more sense. Okay, yeah, okay, Chronicles. All right, so Chronicles fifth edition. All right, we got it. I think we got it. Cool. And you guys just saw me do a semi magic trick where we we brought back the gingerbread man. There we go. You'll be seeing him again in December for sure. But I was like, let's tease him today. But white bordered. Oh wait, the Chronicles had the symbol from the set they were originally from, but white bordered. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. These are white bordered. Okay, cool. Yeah, I might have some more, but they might be in decks. So these are the ones that were not in decks. But now that I've got them out, I can leave them here with the set of Magic cards that I can use for Magic. So if Felden Kane wants to request Magic the Gathering cards, we can do more Magic the Gathering Magic. I'll even add them to the box right now, just so that we absolutely have them. There we go. Okay. All right. Um, did we? Yeah, we did Mad Monty, right? We did do that. Okay, I think I want to start wrapping up, and we can figure out who to raid after. Hmm. Okay. All right. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody who decided to come out and hang out with me tonight. Hopefully, you guys had fun. I had fun. Thank you to everybody who interacted with the stream, whether you requested a trick, chatted in chat, sound alerts. Um, I was going to do that one for the finale, so just heads up. Um, chatted in chat, requested a trick, and chose a card. Anything like that. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be as much fun for me. Thank you to all the lurkers out there. All the lurkers, if it wasn't for people lurking or anything like that, if I was just practicing magic at home, there would be no magic happening because the magic has to happen in your mind. I know magic's a weird art form. Uh, Felon Kane says, "Thank you for the stream. You're welcome. I've been lurking for the most part. Thanks, Chan. Appreciate it." Um, and let's see, where was I? Oh yeah. If anybody believed that this was real magic or anything, this was all sleight of hand. There's no deals with the devil, no black magic, no sorcery. If it wasn't any of that, if you don't believe that, that's okay. Best cover story ever. um, I'm going to be having a local gig here in November where I am showing. I'm basically doing an introduction to sleight of hand. So if there's anybody local wants to come check it out, it'll be happening in my local library. So let me know if you live in the greater Rochester area of Rochester, New York. Let me know. I'll I'll send you the thing once it's publicized. I don't know if it's publicized yet. I think it will be shortly, but let's see. If I'm not around and you want to see more of me, you can check out my YouTube channel. I have over 340 magic tricks performances on my YouTube channel. I'm also starting to give away magic secrets, so if anybody wants to learn mostly card magic, you can occasionally catch some of my free videos, but you can also become a channel member on YouTube to see the secrets, all of the secrets. Otherwise, if you just want to check out the old VODs, so all of the VODs that fall off retention on Twitch, they're going over to this other YouTube channel. Don't subscribe to that one. I don't care about that one. Subscribe to my main one, please, because I'm like 3 or 4 people away from 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. So, let's see. I know I haven't been good about streaming X-Stream, though I said I was going to, but extremely busy this week. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna give myself a break and not stress about not streaming too much. And then let's see here. What else? I think for the most part, that is it. Guys, if you're not following our friends and mods, let's give them some mod love. Let's go ahead and give Chan the Magic Man some mod love. Thank you, Chan, for being here and hanging out. Chan is also a fellow Twitch magician, does magic on Monday nights, so give him a follow, catch him on Monday, and you can catch him on Magic Monday. And then also, if you're not following our friend and mod Gibson Lens, give him some mod love. And he is a acclaimed pianist, has composed a bunch of his own originals, put out his first album half a year ago, and definitely give him a follow as well. Thanks, guys. And then let's see here. I think that is. Oh yeah, so I don't like to end stream on a failed trick. So if I mess up this trick, we're going to go ahead and do another finale trick. So let me see here. Excuse me, sorry. Okay. All right, and then if I succeed, then we will find somebody to raid. Okay. All right, just double checking something before we begin. Okay, this is not my usual finale, so let's hope I don't mess this up. Right. Okay, this is a trick called illogical conclusion. So, I've split these two packets into 2 different piles, and in each pile we have 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm not going to show you any of the cards in this pile. However, I will show you all of the cards in this pile. But by the end of this trick, I want you to guess. You don't actually have to guess in chat, but just guess in your mind what the total number of cards is, whether they're black spot cards, red spot cards, black face cards, or red face cards. And so let me show you these 4. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's what we're going to do to make this a little bit fair. We're going to swap cards between these 2 piles, and then I'll show you all of the cards in this pile again, just so that it's a little bit fair. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and swap 1 card. So take 1. And now I'm going to show you 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now I'm going to grab 2. And we're going to swap 2. Take 1, 2. Then I'm going to show you 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to swap 3. Grab 1, 2, 3. I'll show you everything in this pile. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go ahead and just do one more swap of 1 card like this. 1 card. And I'll show you all of the cards in this pile. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the question is, did we see any red face cards, red spot cards, black face cards, or did you just see black spot cards? Obi-Wan, welcome in. I arrived too late. I see requests turned off. Oh, welcome in, Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, did you want to request anything specific, or were you just going to do a random one? But welcome in. Guys, you're not following your friend Obi-Wan? Please give Obi-Wan a follow. Variety gamer, hobby guitarist. But anyway, yeah, I was gonna wrap up soon. This was gonna be the finale, but if you would like to see something, you let us know. I'm willing to do another trick or two. So, no need to do any trick for me. I see. Gotcha. All right. So here, if you guessed black spot cards, there were 4, but if you guessed that there would be more, you were incorrect. If you guessed red spot cards, you would be incorrect. If you guessed red face cards, you would be incorrect. If you guessed black face cards, you could be incorrect because here it says, so these cards say, hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. So here's my number, so call me maybe. And that, my friends, is an illogical conclusion to not just this trick, but really the entire stream. So, yep, there we go. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Obi-Wan, Feldenkane, E-Room. Thank you kindly. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and... Anyway, Obi-Wan, good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm trying to just quickly organize my cards really quick. You know, let me quickly try and come up with a trick that we can do for Obi-Wan really quick here during this ad break. Oh, I can time it so that I know that 90 seconds has passed. Hang on. I am doing well, thank you, says Obi-Wan. Good to hear. Good to hear. Let's see. Let me see how to do this. Okay, I'm trying to come up with something on the fly here, thinking, and I already did a successful finale, but I hope I don't mess this one up. But if I do, I guess we're gonna have to do another trick. So, all right, we're almost at 90 seconds. So I'm almost there. We go. Boom. Okay, 90 seconds again. All right, here we go. So This deck you may have seen. It's a deck that has letters instead of numbers and suits and things. So there's most 20. There's 54 cards, basically two of each letter. The jokers are yes and no, and then there's some letters that are like one ofs, like Z, J. There's a couple of letters that have duplicates, or like three even. But actually, most letters there's two, except for some ones and threes. But anyway, we are going to go ahead and we're going to need. Let me see here. Let's go ahead and just give those some cuts. We're going to need 5 cards selected. And so let's go ahead and get a good spread on these here. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and pull out a few here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now these cards may not have any real meaning to anybody. They could just be random letters. If we're lucky, maybe there might be like a vowel that we could then, spell some words with, right? However, the likelihood is pretty low. Um, and so I just wanted to do some experimentation to see if, we could do something with these particular letters here. I'm not sure what we would do. As I said, I'm kind of winging this on the fly. However, let's just pull these out and just see. Let's see what we got. Did I grab one too many? There's one too many, right? All right, here we go. I think if I'm feeling this correctly, it might spell something interesting. O, B, O, N, G. Obi-Wan. How's that? How was that, Obi-Wan? Ha ha. All right, there we go. Thanks a lot, says Obi-Wan. All right. Thank you kindly for the applause. Chan the Magic Man. Felden Kane's got the ah. Nice one, says E-Room. All right, there we go. Okay, and with that, I think we can end the stream. Thank you kindly for the claps. Felden Kane, E-Room, Obi-Wan with the cat bongos. All right, so let's go find somebody to raid. Let's see. I don't know who's on. I have not been very good with figuring out ahead of time who to raid over to. Haha! As that was a surprise. Magic is all about surprises, Obi-Wan. If you are not surprised, I mean, magic is just a form of entertainment, but if you don't surprise during magic, you should probably, entertain a different way. Okay, let's see here. Let me refer to my stream spreadsheet and see who we've rated lately and who we have not. Let's see here. Oh, there's a lot of people to choose from, of course, today. Oh, wait, you know what? Somebody's on, and we have not rated them in a long time. Hold on, wait a second. Have I ever rated this person? Rated out to... I've only rated this person once. And this was in 2023. And they are playing a game that I A, like, and B... Alright, hold on. Let me
stay one.
Oh, it looks like his category is not correct. We may still rate over there anyway. You might have just heard a voice. Uh, okay. And then, is there anybody else I would raid? I mean, I'll probably raid this person. Now, the other person I was thinking about was somebody, let me see here. When have I rated out to this person? I last rated out to this person in 2024. Other potential target. And they've got some more viewers. But you know what? I think we probably need to raid this person. Alright. Okay, guys. I think I've decided. Obi-Wan says, why does 2023 seem so long ago? Because it was 2 to almost 3 years ago, and then 2024 not so long ago. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel it too, Obi-Wan. I feel it too. Alright. Today, guys, we're going to be raiding our friend Bert the Wayfarer. So if you want to come along on this raid, here's a raid call. Here's a sub-raid call. And then we're going to be raiding Bert the Wayfarer. Bert, one of the other Berts that we know that's a streamer, in addition to Gibson Lens. But let me go ahead and start the raid. And then, yeah, the only two Berts. Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay. So let me make sure I copied my own raid call. There we go. All right, guys. So Bert the Wayfarer normally does music. I see that his category is FTL, so he must have been playing FTL, even though I don't see him currently playing FTL. So, but we're gonna raid over there anyway. So, but anyway, I just said anyway like 4 times. I don't know why. That's something I've been trying to work out, like not to be repetitive with like filler words, like anyway. I think I stopped using like a lot, but I just heard that I used like a bunch, so I was aware of it. I'm sorry. Uh, the word so. I know I use so as like a filler, but and then maybe but. Like but is a filler word too, right? So anyway, great seeing everybody. Hopefully everybody had fun. Thanks for coming out, and remember to take care of yourselves. I use kinda, says Obi-Wan. Double triple. Thank you for the tricks and the stream. Thank you for presumably lurking double triple. I did lurk for a little bit in one of your other streams the other day. I wasn't actually there, but I put my user in there. So anyway, take care. Remember to hydrate, stretch, and sleep well, because it's hard to get good sleep. All right. Bye, everybody.